Good morning, everyone. This is Stevie Breach coming to you. Last night, I watched a very bad event. Mostly, I was on WWE.com. I was looking through their SummerSlam pictures. I guess they were calling it pictures you had never seen before. And they were showing all of the views of, I guess, this Wembley Stadium over in the UK for SummerSlam 1992. It had been a long time since I'd seen SummerSlam 92, and when I think about SummerSlam 92, most of the time, I can't really think of a lot of the things that are on the card. I can't remember a lot of the matches, and so I decided that I was going to get up, and I was going to put that in. I watched it off of my SummerSlam anthology. It's in volume number 1. There's a few pictures on the box from the event. You got Bulldog and Bret Hart there, Bulldog and Bret Hart on the back. You got... There's Undertaker and Kamala right there. Repo Man and Crush. Oh, there's some more of Bret and Bulldog. I guess you can tell by the box how awesome that match is. But, honestly, when you look over the rest of it, this was the shit. You can honestly say, I mean, like, the Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog match is on probably, like, 5 DVDs off the top of my head. It's a real classic match. The Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog match is a match that honestly I think is very good. One of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. But somehow Bret Hart keeps talking about these matches, and the more and more I hear about these matches, is he just says that Bulldog was just sort of there and didn't have anything to offer up into the match, and Bret was the guy that sort of led him around the ring and made sure everything happened. And on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, he told the story about the ending of the match when Bulldog pins Bret, and Bret's trying to, dip out on him, make him look like he's going to do a heel turn. And he told British Bulldog what to do. He said, don't look at anybody, just look at me and have your hand out there like you're trying to get me to shake my hand. And the Bulldog is looking out around the crowd, like he's playing up to them, like, this guy's not going to fucking shake my hand. And Bret says that it just would have been a whole lot of a better, more special moment if he just would have stood there and they would have locked eyes the whole time, and he wouldn't have been playing off around the arena. And I don't know if it was longer and they cut it up to make it look better, but you can tell Bret was just rolling his eyes at the Bulldog when he went in there to shake his hands. And there's a whole bunch of other stories like that when you listen to other shooting reviews and podcasts about Bret sort of just saying that the match was all his. He was the guy who planned it and mapped it all out. And it just makes it seem like Davey Boy was just there for the ride and Bret was wrestling a broom that night. But every time I see the match and I think about all the things Bret said about it, it sort of knocks it down a peg. It makes it not as special. The match is really, really good. But just when you learn a lot of things about the backstage happenings of wrestling, it sort of makes some matches not so great anymore. But that was SummerSlam 1992. Honestly, in my opinion, I would tell you to just stay away. Keep it like WrestleMania 2, where you throw it in the vault and you never watch it again. Mm-hmm. It's definitely fun to see the crowd action of everybody there, and in Wembley Stadium going crazy for everything. I guess the attendance was 80,000. That's a fuckload of people over there. And if you were there in London, England, or you are in London, England, that's something to be really proud of, and you should be sort of using that as your thing, trying to get a big event like WrestleMania or SummerSlam again. Don't take SummerSlam, never mind. But, to have a match in the early 90s when wrestling was on the, they didn't have Hogan. Hogan wasn't there. So, I mean, like, that's the thing. To get 80,000 people in there at that time, that's an accomplishment, and that's good shit. But just like WrestleMania 2, keep this locked up. This isn't one you need to be watching. That Bret vs. Davey Boy is on probably 5 other DVDs you can watch it on. The LOD versus the Money Inc. Hopefully that's on the LOD DVD and you can check that out on there. But everything else, there ain't no Best of Virgil DVD. You ain't seen that anywhere else. Peace out, guys.